the apocalypse comes, beat me.
And do we do this together?
I don't think it works when you say it together.
Okay, so you do it this time. I do it every time.
Okay, I agree, but because I was testing you. Not because I'm lazy.
Perfect.
In every generGAYtion, a podcast is born and is hosted by your sley slems.
Sley slem.
My name is Beyza.
My name is Chase.
And we're loving Buffy so much to the point where we have completely abandoned our other show.
Yeah, we're at the point now where we just
Let's
kind
just
of like,
say it
we
out of
have
the
the
way.
most fun making this show, HELLMOUTH HOMOS, and we have the most fun talking about Buffy. We have fun with each other. We feel like people really like listening to the show, and that isn't to say that we won't have like one-offs where like a new movie comes out that we're really interested about or really excited to talk about, or like there's something like news-wise in horror that we want to talk about. So we'll still be talking about all those things, but we're a HELLMOUTH HOMO family here and on
Here.
outward.
Yeah.
Here. Here, queer. Hi. Fear.
No
How
more.
are we? Fear.
I'm just kidding.
No, not here.
Just kidding. Just
Fear,
kidding.
not here.
Okay.
HELLMOUTH HOMO.
Mo. Yeah, so we Buffy just is like a source of light in our lives at the moment, and our very in our very interesting lives at the moment.
Yes.
And she's there for us when no one else is, and we want to uplift her.
We want to uplift her for uplifting us.
Yeah.
So thank you, Buffy.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Buffy.
listening.
Buffy.
To Buffy and Cordy.
Yeah, so today we're talking about school hard.
School hard. Well.
And who else is hard? Hey.
somebody. We'll talk about that.
Okay. But before we do that, do you want to talk a little bit about the previous episode first, or do a little tarot first?
Let's do tarot first.
I think so too. Okay. Because we didn't do it last episode because I'm too lazy.
You just pointed at it. And you're pointing at it again.
Sorry.
That's
Okay,
okay,
I'm
it's
picking
good.
up the card. Let me make sure there's no spoilers for you.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Because
It's giving spoiler.
let's not. Okay, I'm picking up another card. Oh, Daddy. Okay, it's just Daddy.
Oh, I love that. What is that. What's the number on that?
It is
11.
X1. I don't know what that is. 11, yeah.
11.
So this is a beautiful card of Daddy Angel with a sword, and he's looking hot.
And it
So that's
says
good.
Justice on it.
Yeah, so let's see what the vibe for today and this episode will be. Justice 11.
It's giving. Oh, I found it.
Do you want me to read it? Can you see without your spectacles?
I can. Do you want to read it?
No.
11, Justice, Angel.
Wait. What if it says spoilers in there?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh my god. And it was upright. Okay, I'll read it just.
Okay.
And I'll stop myself if I see anything. Upright. This tall, dark, and brooding vamp finds you contemplating the potential consequences and repercussions of a decision.
I hate this.
You are
I
seeking
hate this.
truth, but are beginning to realize there are many truths, each right in their own way. All you can do is take action in what you believe in. Remember, all that matters is what you do.
We are compartmentalizing.
Wow.
Wow,
Okay,
that
so
was
that
so
slayed the
good.
girls. That slayed the girls.
Slay the girls, slay the ghouls.
The girls are slayed.
And the angels chose that angel card.
She's the chosen one.
Slay him.
Okay, so the last episode we talked about the last episode we watched that we did not talk about is Some Assembly Required.
That was a good one because it did that. It did the Buffy thing that I love so much, where it really has twists and turns that you don't expect.
Kind of like life.
Like life.
Well, I wrote 2 notes down. And my 2 notes from that episode are Cordy gets so much closer to the original 4 Scoobies and really starts cementing her place in the group. And
Yes.
also I said all men are gross except Giles.
Giles really is the exception.
Yeah.
Is it this episode or the next episode where it's like we also see her like, oh no, it's the next one. Well, I'll save it.
Okay.
But yeah, she's starting to get closer, which I love.
She's starting to get closer, and so is Miss Calendar. Like, she's really like the whole Giles and Jenny like going on a date thing was very cute.
So cute.
It was very, yeah, I don't know. Wait, was that episode or this episode?
No, is that? No, it was right. It was a football episode. Yes,
Right.
they go on the date.
Oh,
with
yes,
football,
duh. Yeah,
with the
yeah.
Football Frankenstein.
Yeah, so that was, I don't know, I love them. And she's
do
really
too.
hot, and
She's
he's really
so
hot, and like
he's hot, and they complement each other so well.
they do. So I'm so happy we're talking about Buffy today. So today we are actually talking about the episode School Hard, which was released on September 29th, 1997 on the WB network.
That's why the next episode's a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
I'm honestly might watch it tonight because Buffy's becoming my comfort. So
Yeah, you
I
should.
definitely might watch it tonight.
It's a very good one.
Good.
And more on that later. So shall we just start into the episode?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So we open and Buffy has found herself and her name is Sheila Martini in the principal's office. So she's like the goth girl. Sheila Martini. Or Martini?
No.
Martini?
No, Martini.
Okay.
People have that last name.
Really?
Yes.
That's so fucking funny.
Like, yes. People
No
have
wonder
that.
she's a fucking alcoholic 16-year-old. Her last name is Martini.
Melanie Martinez.
Sheila Martinez. I've been listening to that new album and it is good.
I'm so happy we got you
That
on
one
that.
song, Evil.
Doesn't make me evil.
Stop, it's so good you're gonna get us copyright stricken. So Principal Snyder has decided that the two girls
I've decided that he can just die. I
Right.
do not like
Die.
that character.
Okay. Well, too bad because he's decided that two girls will prepare for the school lounge for the parent-teacher night on Thursday. And he tells them that whoever does the better job will not be expelled, which is like an insane.
But also,
We've all had
some
that
teachers
teacher.
be like that.
Totally.
Like some teachers are just that toxic.
Yeah, and he's a fucking principal.
And that's why I love Mom, because Mom at the end of this episode
I
is
know.
like, it doesn't matter what a fucking random person in this school says about you. Like, I know who you are.
I know.
That's such a powerful thing, especially as someone who's been gaslighted by fucking teachers
Yeah.
before. That's powerful. To like
Yeah.
be able to go home and have a parent be like, no, I know who you are.
Well-
and they're not who you say you are.
Can't relate. I don't know what that feels like.
No, I'm saying I yearned for that.
Right. No, me too. Yeah, we all yearn for Joyce. Sheila's continued unconcern puts even more pressure on Buffy, who has already had a tough time balancing slaying and social life and school.
Hey, it's not easy to be a slay hunty queen.
It's true. I have my favorite outfits.
Please tell me they're both of them.
All of it. I love them all. Right
I'm
here.
so happy, Beyza. I wrote
The girls.
Xander and Willow serving cunts.
Serving.
I wrote blue button down, black overalls with the rainbow underneath.
Yes, period. Okay.
It's so they hit so hard. In
I
this
know.
frame.
It's so like it's so them too. It's like all three of them is very, like the outfits are all really. I mean, Buffy's serving like Daphne vibes, which is like a
Yes.
lot for me to process. And yeah, I don't know. This is the first time I'm like, wait, Xander looks actually good in his outfit.
Can I see this?
Yeah.
I need to find this shirt. Like
I'm sure you could.
I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
Right? Like I need that fucking shirt.
I know.
I thought that the second I saw it, he just looks so good in it. And Willow looks such.
I
She
know
looks like
she
such
looks
a
so
babe.
cute. I know
looks
she's
so cute.
and she's like giving a little goth, like with the braids
Yes,
and like the little
no.
darker makeup. I'm like, okay, Willow, slay.
Absolutely.
So yeah, the girls are talking, and you know Buffy looks miserable. And Xander's kind of like, well, what could go wrong moment,
that.
and then we cut. Daddy's home.
Daddy's arrived.
Daddy is home. We see Spike.
And we are homo.
That night. Or I'm sorry. I guess I shouldn't. Well, you know what? You already know his name. A new vampire by the name of Spike arrives in Sunnydale, knocking down the city's welcome sign. What is your
Wish you
first
knocked down my welcome
impression?
sign. I was really worried that because I've had quite a few friends tell me that this man is going to make me feel some type of
He's
way.
gonna make you miserable.
Yeah, and I thought that I was like, well, maybe there's, I was like, well, I was worried there might be too much hype. First of all, I didn't know he had an accent.
I told you that.
I forgot he had an accent, and I literally
A
wrote,
British one at that.
I wrote, ruh-roh. I said he has an accent, ruh-roh. And
He
then
has
I also
painted
didn't
nails.
know he could devamp
Yeah.
and look hot
Right.
to her. So between all of between the accent and the confidence
Outfit.
and the outfit and the face and the hair.
Nails.
And the what?
Nails.
And we just sound like a Tajik Hall song.
Hair, body.
Yes, nails.
What is it? I don't
Hair,
know.
body, face.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's not hair, body, face. That's Star is Born. Anyways, I'll make you a playlist.
Okay, great.
Yeah, he blasts down that sign and into my heart and down
into my booty.
pants.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about
Okay,
him. I have
great.
plenty of notes on him, but yeah,
Okay.
he's really doing it for me. And I really want to fucking cosplay as him, but I'd have to shave my entire head, so I can't.
Or a bald cap. Or not a bald cap, but like a short wig.
Or wig.
Right.
Yeah, but like,
Right.
I don't know if that'd look very
We should be vampire. We should just be vampires. Ourselves as vampires. Like Rebecca drew us in our cover art.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Thoughts? Well, we'll have some extra time this summer, so. Lore comes in. The lore comes in.
Saint Vigus.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you said it because I can't pronounce that. In an abandoned factory that was the most like Midwest I've ever sounded. In the abandoned factory that is their lair, the Anointed One has called together the few remaining members of the Order of Aurealis? ? And with the Master dead, all hope of resurrecting him is gone. They are now discussing who will serve alongside the Anointed One. And as the following Saturday is the night of St. Vigus, when a vampire's power is at its peak, it is agreed that whoever kills the Slayer will take the Master's place. So kind of hot. Kind of
drama.
Kind of drama.
And we get introduced to Spike's like girlfriend, wife,
Paramour.
Drusilla. She is like, she gives Ophelia vibes in Hamlet, like when Ophelia kind of like loses her mind a little bit.
Season 2 is very Shakespeare.
Oh my god, you did say that.
Yeah.
You did say that. And that's why you said that it might be one of my fave seasons.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, Drusilla is, she's such a queen. Like, we love Drusilla.
She's pretty cool.
She's cool. She's a little kooky, and I love how,
She's definitely kooky.
I love how, like weirdly domesticated the two are, and, like, how he's just, like, he's, like, a little, he wants to be a dom, but he's a sub to Drusilla.
Oh, yeah, she for sure pegs him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yes.
Yeah, and he welcomes it. So she's just a little bit insane, and she's beginning to babble about what Buffy is doing and begs Spike to kill her. And the Anointed One agrees to let Spike try. So slay.
I'm very confused as to like what her power is right now. Like Priscilla.
Drusilla?
What's her name?
Drusilla.
Mm-hmm. I just don't really know. I'm like, is she like a psychic? Is she like undead? Is she like a ghost? I'm like very confused as to what her vibe is.
Yeah, so she is like, she's like you said, like a psychic. Like she's a
seer.
Yeah, but everyone thinks she's like crazy, which she kind of is.
But I'd be fucking crazy too if I could see the future.
Right.
God knows.
It's not like how Raven said it would be.
No. Then you end up misbehaving.
Oh.
Whoa.
Meanwhile, the Scoobies are busy preparing for Parents' Night. I will quickly say Parents' Night is child abuse.
It's yeah.
And I don't say that lightly.
Nope.
Like parent-teacher conferences are abuse from all ends of the spectrum.
It is shame-based. It is.
I can't
anxiety.
I can't count the amount of times I've cried about math, especially at Parents' Night.
Yeah.
So the anxiety in this episode's real.
It is, and they really do like capture the vibe.
They captured the vibe.
It's like it was like almost triggering to watch. I'm
It
like,
was
well, I guess I
triggering.
didn't need to go that hard on the production side of things, but it definitely is giving parent-teacher night.
Giles and Jenny show up to inform Buffy that Saturday will be the night of St. Vigus, named after. I keep having to burp. Named after the leader.
Vampire.
Huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Is that real?
St. Vigus? Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so, because I Googled it.
I just said, is that vampire real?
Right. That's okay, though.
Okay. named after the leader of the Vampire Crusade, and that during that night, the natural abilities of vampires will be enhanced. Buffy doesn't give a shit, and tries to combine school and social life by studying French at the Bronze. So they're at the Bronze. Yeah, totally makes sense.
It totally makes sense. And I also love how like Xander
Me at
comes up
Starbucks.
and Xander's like, he's like out of breath. He's like, oh, you guys got to get out there. You guys got to join me
come
for
on,
a dance.
yeah.
And then they all just like go dance. I wish that's what clubs were like.
I know.
I genuinely wish.
Maybe
that
back
we
in the
could-
day they were.
Yeah, maybe, but like
90s
club
club.
culture sucks. I just wish it was like that because it sounds so fun. It's like, I mean, I don't know, if you go with the right people and you go to the right bar or right club, it is kind of that vibe.
Well,
like,
the right bar / club will be the Bronze when we open it.
I'm just saying, don't not hold your breath. Okay.
Don't be a vampire.
Don't be a vampire. Don't Google if vampires are real. I think that might happen.
What else were you gonna say?
Oh, don't know.
Okay, lovely. Yeah, so Buffy doesn't give a shit. She's studying at the Bronze and like living her little slay 16-year-old life. And Spike is there too, kind of lurking in the shadows, and sends one of the Anointed One's minions to attack someone, then prompts Buffy to fight and slay the vampire while Spike watches.
It was so good the way he like just knew exactly what to say.
Oh yeah, he knew what was gonna happen.
I know.
He
loved
knew
it.
he knew Buffy was gonna kill the other ramp, but he just
hot.
wanted to like study her,
Yeah.
which is really creepy and really hot at the same time.
I know.
Spike then steps out of the shadows and tells her that he will kill her on Saturday.
He calls her Slayer, and he goes Slay.
Slayer.
She goes Slay.
Slay. I wrote that down. I love that. Love
I wrote
vibes.
Slay indeed.
Okay. He later bumps into Sheila Martini, who is enthralled by his bad boy
I'm
charm.
crazy for a cat.
I
Something about the leather. Just
okay,
makes me
she
wanna...
was so campy. Whoever.
I don't know.
I don't know who that was, but
I
she
don't know
was
what
camp.
high school theater program they plucked her from.
Period.
But she was trained.
Yeah.
She was prepared.
She was ready, and you know,
I'm a sucker for a cat. I've never heard someone call a Cadillac a cat. And maybe that's on me. Maybe I'm not hanging out with the right people.
I've never heard that either. I think Martini, had it coming. Martini,
She did. Dude, she fucking did. She was so
Yeah.
annoying. But
I mean,
also...
I feel bad because I'm like, I knew that girl in high school. I probably was that girl in high school in some points. And like, not everyone can be
Crazy
perfect.
for a cat.
Not everyone can be perfect like Buffy. And
No,
Willow.
I wish we could be. The world would be a better place if everyone was more like Buffy.
So true.
Also sad, we didn't talk about this earlier, but when Mom and Buffy were talking about
School
Teachers
night.
it was like so sad because she was like, her mom was like, well, just like, she's like, well, you're fucking all this up basically, and just wait till you have a job. And it was so sad because Buffy like looks in the mirror and she goes, I do have a job.
I know.
That's so sad. She's just trying her darndest.
And that's like how gay it is.
No, that is such a good point.
Like,
I really
that
do
is
feel
so- I
like it
don't
does
know.
speak to like a level of demanded navigation of adolescence that isn't on straight kids.
Yeah.
And there is
Maybe
like,
they have it in other ways, but like
yeah,
queerness.
and, yes. And,
Yeah.
yeah. But specifically just like, without the intersectionality of
Yeah.
life, but just like queerness, you do kind of work in a different way with added pressures, with added everything. So I think that's a really good point. It just definitely just gives that.
And that's why we relate. I mean, and this happens throughout the series. That's why we relate to Buffy so much as queer people. And a lot of queer people relate to her specifically because of this, like, sometimes it's a burden and sometimes it is a superpower type thing. And it's very like, to me, that's being queer. I mean, that's a very like queer trans journey. And like, and we see her struggle with it and also like embrace it and a lot of different things in between. So we're back in the library and Giles doesn't recognize Spike from Buffy's description. Angel walks in on the meeting and tells them that Spike is a big problem and then leaves out of nowhere.
Do you know what he also
Interesting.
says?
What do you say?
He says that he should put a little collar with a bell on Angel.
Mm-hmm.
And when he said that,
Wait, was that Giles or Xander?
No, Xander.
Xander said that.
Xander's like, we should really put a collar with
I
a bell
think he
on
would
that.
like that.
100%. It was just so baby girl cat boy coded.
Twitch streamer.
It was like, and like
Yeah.
Xander just wanted to dress him up as like a little cat, and I think that's hot, and I think that's fun, and I think that honestly,
I think that's fun.
and I think honestly, I am putting out, if anyone is open to commissions right now, I will Venmo you whatever your basic rate is.
Name your price.
I need a illustration of Xander like putting a little collar on a little domesticated angel with like a little bell on it.
Or it's like Xander like petting, like Angel's wearing the collar and Xander's
Yes.
like petting
and
him.
And
Angel's like mad.
on his like two knees, just like.
But he's like a
happy
little
cat.
angry.
I'm telling you, baby girl cat, e-boy baby girl cat.
Yes.
That's the energy.
You have to put blush on Xander.
Yeah, no, and Xander's like baby girl,
Yeah.
baby girl with like a little
Melanie
like
Martinez.
the prettiest little bell that's like ding 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 ding.
He's
like, really-
streaming portals.
He's streaming portals.
Just saying.
I like portals.
I love portals. Spike and Drew settle into their new home.
The mental illness in this episode is so chaotic.
We prefacing we're both not okay.
We did, and then we pulled a card that did even more to us, and now we're here. So we just want baby girl Angel.
I mean, Wes.
Unless what?
My nose was itching. Spike and Drusilla settle into their new home with Drusilla unpacking her collection of dolls.
I hope
The
we get
dolls.
more of the dolls.
The dolls.
I need more of the dolls.
Yeah, I need less of the dolls.
Oh, I need more.
You need Annabelle. You need to slip Annabelle right in there. She's just like in the corner, like
if I could turn back time,
Annabelle would be invented.
and she would be on set every day, calling the shots, directing the episodes, and executive producing.
She'd be serving cunt.
She would be. Wooden cunt.
It soon emerges that Drusilla is ill following an altercation with
You know
an
who else is
angry.
ill?
I'm gonna stick this up your butt.
Okay.
Oh! I'm talking about Drusilla's tortured past in Prague, and like you're not allowing this.
Sorry,
for that.
honestly, much like the episode, it went way above my head. I don't know anything about this bitch. I didn't even know her name was Drusilla until you said it like 3 times.
She's cunty. Let her be.
She's
cunty.
cool. She's fine. I've seen her before. I played opposite her in a production of Hamlet.
Can I keep going?
Sure.
Okay, great. Spike is hopeful that being so close to the Hellmouth will heal her and encourages her to eat something, indicating the bound Sheila, Miss Maltene. Miss Maltene.
So what's wrong with Drusilla? Will we find out?
I just said it, Chase.
Wait, why is it? Oh my god, again. Why? I think my brain is having like a refusal to take in information about this character.
She had an altercation.
So she got in a fight.
Yeah, in Prague, and she got fucked up. I don't know. Brain
Oh,
damage.
so they're
maybe? I don't
coming.
know.
They're coming from Prague. They drove from Prague.
Yeah. No, they flew. They turned into bats and they flew.
Well, and then got a car and then ran into the Sunnydale sign.
Yeah.
So, well. So she's just wounded from the fight.
She's wounded mentally, emotionally.
Because it's giving like, I feel like she died 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, she probably did, right? Vampire.
More than that.
But she's not a vampire, but she's a vampire.
She's a vampire.
Psychic vampire.
She's a vampire.
Okay.
She is a vampire. Humans and vampires can't be together.
Don't I know it? My
Drusilla
favorite
warns
couple,
Spike.
Angela and Buffy.
Drusilla,
So she got an altercation in Prague.
Prague.
Okay, go.
Thank you. Drusilla warns Spike that the Anointed One and his followers don't trust him, then sends him up to the surface to feed as she feasts on Sheila. I feel like I said that Australian. Martini. On Thursday night. I'm so sorry if someone's British listening to this. That is actually mean. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because it's bad.
Oh.
It's a bad accent.
No,
I'm not
think it was
doing
fine.
it well.
I think it was fine. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I'm somewhat qualified to make that assessment. I think it's a pretty good accent.
Why? Because you're just in London?
No, well, no, because I've taken courses in accents and dialects.
Oh.
Yes, I'm trained.
On Thursday night, the Scoobies are making weapons in the library
And
while
do you know
Buffy...
who's making one with them?
Our
it was
favorite.
so fun to watch her like preparing for battle with everyone.
I wrote down, because she has this line that is seared into my brain. She says, well, I guess it's not seared because I don't think I wrote it word for word, but she says something like, "Did you just give up foundation fully now?" Like, she's just...
It is so fucking rude.
funny.
It is so funny.
But the girls are kikiing.
No, it again, it's
because they
there's
both are
something
horrible
queer
to each other.
Yes,
yeah,
no,
it's very
there's something
queer.
that's so queer to it. It's just like dragging each other and reading
I
each other. To filth.
but they're still like she's still
and the
helping.
way that when she sees her mom, she's like, "So did like moisturizing just skip a generation?"
Skip a generation.
I'm like goofed and gagged.
I live.
It's so good.
I live. She's giving cunt.
One day we'll have to like just make a supercut of all the best Cordy drags.
That would be 20 minutes long.
And it would be a service to the internet.
And it's true.
To the web.
To the World Wide Web. Back in the library, Giles finds a reference to Spike as William the Bloody and discovers that he has indeed killed 2 Slayers already, and that the Spike moniker came from his custom of torturing his victims with railroad spikes.
I hope Spike
Kinda
isn't
kinky.
as toxic as I'm worried he'll be as a character in Buffy.
Oh.
Because I can't afford that. I grew up standing Anakin Skywalker. I came out of the pandemic standing Billy from Stranger Things. And I can't afford another toxic white boy to stand.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
Stay
glad you
tuned.
put that out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep myself abated. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Spike keeps you on your toes. Spike will keep you on your toes on the railroad tracks. Despite Buffy's best
And
efforts,
his name is William.
and his
Billy.
name's William the Bloody.
Yeah, but William. What's
Well,
short for
I am.
Brittany
Black
bitch.
Eyed Peas.
You go ahead. Will I am a Drusilla, bitch.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Despite Buffy's best efforts to keep her mom Joyce from meeting any teachers or Principal Snyder, Joyce eventually meets him, and then she sternly orders Buffy home as Spike and the other vampires crash through the window.
I have to say, the whole like juggling of trying to keep mom over here while the principal's over here, it was so Disney Channel.
Yeah.
It was like I feel like I was watching.
I thought you were going to say real. I was like, yeah. It was real.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was like just like a Disney Channel vibe. It was like Raven when she like, gets into like one of her situations, and she's kind of like play all the parts and move everything
Totally.
around. It was so Disney Channel.
Yeah,
vibes.
it was very that. It's like kind of Lizzie McGuire-ish, and also like
definitely. It kind of reminded me of the Halloween episode of Lizzie McGuire for some reason, where they're all like having punch and standing around.
Wait, what does
and then
Miranda say? Meg?
Kate.
Why did I say Meg? Kate. Okay. I'm still traumatized from that. That's
is a
all I'll
spooky,
say.
spooky episode.
But it was very that. Yeah, so Spike kind of like crashes the party, and they start the fighting. And in the fight, Buffy leads the adults to safety in the science room, while Xander, Giles, and Miss Calendar barricade themselves in the library.
I have to say, I can't. It's so sad the state we're at right now, but like I can't watch violence in schools anymore.
It's hard.
It's
I know.
So
I thought the same
brutal.
thing.
It's like they're just vampires, and yet I cannot get out of my head about it. It's so hard to fucking watch. It's a show from the 90s about vampires, and I can't watch it because that's how bad things are. Just had to say that.
No, I know. I agree. I mean, yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah. What can you say about it?
Thank God. I will say one thing that I really appreciate Buffy for as a character and like as a show is like guns are rarely present.
I've noticed that.
Like, like here and there, I guess, but like guns are very. She even says a couple times in the show like we don't fuck with that. Like that is not. I don't know.
Not the way.
I think that's. I hope that was like a very intentional choice. And like, yeah, I don't need that.
No.
We need less of that in
Always.
media.
Yep.
So thanks, Buffy. Yeah.
And Xander, So going back to this commission,
Circling back.
Spike, well, Angel comes in, and Angel is like kind of like pretending to be on Spike's side and being a true vampire, which I was kind of fooled. I was like, there's no way he has to be faking it. But then I was like, damn, maybe he's not faking it. But then I was like, oh, he's faking it, which I love that I have it on the edge of my seat. And
I'm not the biggest fan of David Boreanaz's acting, but he was good in this scene.
He was good. Wasn't he good?
He was good.
I thought the same thing. He was really convincing.
I think they just play each, like they are good at like bouncing off of each other.
Yeah, they play off each other really
they were
well.
both like, I felt like I was kind of watching a play. It was very
It was.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was. And then when they both were like standing over Xander and like holding his hair and holding his hand and like looking at his neck, I was thinking of a very special monument that is in a very special country.
Yeah.
The Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in a very special country.
So back to that commission.
Let's
My
edit.
DMs are open.
Edit, make notes.
Yeah, or if we're open to multiple commissions, I can pay double.
I think you do have to do 2. I
it
think
has
those
to
are
be two
very
separate.
separate.
Like, it's like 2 separate energies. One's like cute baby girl cat energy, and one is like
the opposite.
very different.
A little demonic.
It's a little demonic. It's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy. So yeah, Xander returns to the school with Angel. We get a little H word.
And Spike screams at Angel, "You were my Yoda."
I wrote that because I was like, I know that name.
And I love how he's like, "You were my sire,
You
bro.
were my
You were my
Yoda."
Yoda." It's like, okay.
Yeah,
It's
and we
giving
learn
toxic masculinity, but okay.
Xander hears Spike say that Angel was his sire, which is kind of
We're getting information. I'm getting more information on Angel. So that means that like Spike was his Padawan.
right. Yeah.
Angel was teaching Spike at some
Yes.
point. Okay.
Thank you. You're my Yoda.
You're my Yoda.
It's very that. That's so funny.
He goes, "You're my sire, bro.
I know.
You're my Yoda."
I know. I love him.
And I'm kind of like, Spike, I feel bad for you. Come here.
Oh, come here. Come here.
Come here. I'll make you feel better.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Buffy and Spike finally meet in the hall, and Buffy's almost bested when her mom shows up and hits Spike over the head with a fucking axe.
Yeah.
It's giving Pearl. It's giving Pearl. And she said, "You get the hell away from my daughter."
So good. And just in time
Mommy.
for Mother's Day.
I know.
For us to be watching this episode, I was like, because she
Wait,
shined.
that's so true.
She totally shined this episode, and we're watching it just around the same time, and so
I
it was like, it was just really
know.
exciting. I was like, I love that we're watching this right now because it was very meta.
Yeah.
It was giving Mother's Day, and she knocks him out with the axe, and then again going back to that thing of just like being like, oh no, I know who my daughter is.
Yeah.
Ah!
Well, yeah, and she talks about it later on, but she's like, "I'm just proud of you. You know how to handle yourself, and that's what matters to me." I was like,
Period.
"Damn, that is like, fuck, that's so cool."
The level of communication to be able to like talk to your kid like that.
I know.
Oh my god, I catch me never having kids unless I'm able to talk to a kid
Totally.
like that. Like that's amazing.
I know. Yeah.
So good.
But before that, Spike screams "women" and runs away like a little bitch, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Women. A little incel.
Women. Yeah.
Yeah, and Joyce tells Buffy that she doesn't care about what Snyder says and is proud to, have a daughter who knows how to take care of herself and others in like times of crisis and
Right.
all that. And
You're in a crisis. I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. Yeah, literally that's Buffy. Snyder tells the police chief to say that the trouble was caused by a gang on PCP. And when the chief wonders if people will believe it, Snyder asks if he'd rather tell the truth. And this is really interesting. I just think that's really interesting. Because, why are you looking at me like that?
Because I wrote this down. It blew
say
my
it.
mind.
Say.
No, I mean, I just was like, I said, does he knows, he must know more.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel
But
like
you know.
What do I know?
You know what happens.
What do you
Like
mean?
throughout Buffy.
No, I don't.
This is my first time.
What are you talking about?
But I'm saying.
What are you talking about?
But that's okay. So just tell me what you thought of this line then.
I just thought
I just thought it was really interesting.
Well, it's something that kind of goes over my head because I'm a fan. There's still things that I don't remember.
Catch. Yeah.
And I don't catch. So when he said that, I was like, oh shit. Like I haven't watched season 2 and I don't know how long. And I was like, oh, I forget that like they have an inkling of like actually what's going on, and it's not always like, oh, just drugs or like just kids being stupid.
It's kind of giving Stranger Things. There's a little bit of Stranger Things energy.
Well, I thought the Duffer Brothers said they were influenced kind of by Buffy. Have they said that?
They definitely have talked about Buffy influences.
Yeah, I feel like, or I'm making it up. But.
No, they definitely have.
It's very, but I mean, yeah.
Because like, so then I'm like, well, is there going to be like a sort of a government aspect to this where the government comes in, and it's like. Because those are my favorite kinds of stories. It's why I love Stranger Things. And also it's why I loved Marvel for a long time, because it was
loved.
It was. I really just gotta make sure to hit that D at the end.
Yeah.
You just gotta make sure to hit that D on the end. Okay.
Come on. Holy shit.
I love it when there's like a super nature element, superheroes or vampires or underworlds, upside downs, and then there's like the real
HELLMOUTH.
people, like the supernatural, the natural, and the government. You know what I mean? Because the government is like fucked, but also they might be trying to help, but also like I love the Venn diagram of it all.
Right.
I love when the circles intersect.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, not knowing the vampires are I'm not saying anything because
No, I know. We don't want to spoil.
Yes. Meanwhile, not knowing the vampires are long gone, Willow and Cordelia are still hiding in the utility closet where Cordelia prays to God to be rescued, and Willow is desperate to be waiting to be saved from Cordelia.
It's so good.
She's
and
like,
I love seeing Cordelia pray.
Yeah. I also like, you left them in the closet? Sad. Made me sad.
Yeah, but they were safe that way.
Yeah, but they were forgotten.
Oh, they were fully forgotten. You're right. But I mean, there must have come a point where it just got quiet enough to where they knew that it was probably safe to come out.
I know, but
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, yeah, no one wants to be forgotten.
It took me a long time to cut out the closet, okay? That's not true. Spike returns to the factory and meets with Drusilla, telling her that's his partner, Drusilla, who collected dolls.
What's her problem again? Sorry, altercation. Prague.
Proggy. Telling her that he's never encountered a Slayer with friends or family. But
I have to say.
Okay.
I love that more than I can ever explain.
I'm sucking back in the tears. That's why I'm quiet.
It is one of the most beautiful messages, and it's like that line is so small and it's such a quick moment, but I'm like, that speaks volumes. Like, it's such a vibe. Much like, it's like, I don't know, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's like the same, it's like happened like recently on Willow. It's like the show, not the character. Where it's just like, yeah, the crone didn't know, like, it's not just the anointed one. It's not just the super powered being. It's like the super powered being and the network of friends and families that they have. It's like, it just speaks a lot to, I don't know, the power of
I think it's her power. Yeah, her
her
power of like going against what she's been told to do, which is like Slayers have been told, and we get into that lore in the show. Like Slayers have been told for centuries to, this is your job, you're gonna die. Like you have to be alone, whatever. And she's like, fuck you.
I know, and what I love about it is like she was pretty resistant to opening up emotionally.
Yeah.
But these people love her so much and they're so cool that she can't help but fall in love with them. And she can't, like, because it's like that's what it is to be human. Like, it's just such a gorgeous message. It's awesome.
Okay, we have to finish this because I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
So, well, he still promises to kill her soon.
And he calls the anointed one the annoying one.
The annoying one. It is pretty fucking...
It is such a slay.
He's...
Spike me, daddy.
Spike me, daddy. He then approaches the annoying one who demands penance for attacking too early because they were supposed to do Saturday and they had done it early.
He wanted the element of surprise.
Right.
And still lost, by the way. And that's because women. Said like that.
Women.
Not women.
After starting to go through the motions, Spike decides that he won't reduce himself to groveling for forgiveness from a kid and instead throws the boy in a cage, pulls it into the sun, and kills him.
I mean, wouldn't you?
From now on, he says there will be a little less ritual and more fun in Sunnydale. And there.
Well, the ritual wasn't working for the vampires, so
Period.
How much can I blame the change of methodology? We need to shift. We need to shake things up. Mm-hmm. Top down.
He rides around with the top down.
Ride around with the top down. I can't believe he hit that sign with Drusilla in the car. Like, do that with just
He could
when
do it
you're
to me.
driving.
I don't care. Suddenly I'm a sign.
Suddenly I'm a sign.
And that's the episode.
Cheers.
Brother.
Cheers, brother.
What did you
Spike me,
think?
daddy. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I don't know. I love this show. I mean, I think it's like this episode is great. It was a good introduction to Spike, but it wasn't like my favorite episode in the world. But
No.
it was really fun. It was really good. I just am sick of that fucking principal. Honestly, if I had one complaint, it's I just need less of him. He is. God, I just hate that guy.
I know.
He's my least favorite
He's
character.
a weasel.
He's my least favorite character.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to. At least there's that. Like it's not. It's
Yeah.
intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will say, Buffy finds you, the show finds you in like when you need to be found. You know what I mean?
Tea.
That's
No,
so
yeah, I love
fucking
that.
corny, but it's true. Like, that's why I feel like we just need to talk about it right now. And yeah.
That's a good point. And next week get a fucking Halloween episode.
Mm-hmm. I
You
think
better,
it's
you
yes.
better watch it while smelling this candle.
Okay, we'll light it.
Oh, we're gonna watch it together. I forgot.
Well, when we talk about it, we can light the candle.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
Well, and if you want to watch it tonight, that's okay. You can watch it.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
I might watch John Mulaney's new stand-up special.
I don't know what that is, but slay.
We'll see.
Oh, John Mulaney.
Yeah.
They said drama lady.
I might watch the drama. No, I am the drama.
I know,
lady.
girl. Well, speaking of Halloween, next episode we'll be talking about the first Buffy Halloween special.
I hope there's 7.
And we'll be talking about that on, since we're switching things up, when are we going to be talking about that? I think we're talking about that on the 24th. We'll
let you know.
let you know.
And
We'll
if you want to
show
let us
comments.
know what you think about Buffy and specifically Buffy Season 2, Episode 3, School Hard. School no longer soft now
School
that
hard.
Spike is there.
Okay.
So let us know what you think via Twitter at FearQueersPod,
Okay.
at Instagram at LGBTQVHS, email at fearqueers@gmail.com.
And in the comments of this, if you're watching the YouTube video,
on the YouTube channel.
in the comments.
Yeah.
And we're really looking forward to more Buffy. I'm genuinely like,
I've never felt more excited.
I know, I think this is just what we need. And we hope you're along for the ride.
Yeah.
Ride of a lifetime.
Right a lifetime, baby.
And we love you. And until next time.
Slay frights.
Daddy.
If the apocalypse comes, beat me.